Hello, my name is Devin O'Keefe, and today I will be detailing whether or not it is possible for us to terraform Mars and how we could go about it. Firstly, I would like to go into whether or not it is possible. Some of the positives for terraforming Mars could be starting out with the possibility of water. While there isn't any water on the surface of Mars due to it being lost from ultraviolet radiation from the sun, there is speculation that there might be water elsewhere. One proposed location could be underneath the ice caps. This was found during a radar scan of the red planet, which revealed there to be a lake underneath one of the ice caps. The next positive would be that Mars is the closest planet to Earth. This is coming in at 48 million miles away. This would make it be the easiest planet for us to travel to. Another positive would be that it is possible to grow plants on Mars. These plants can include stuff like sweet potatoes, carrots, onions, and kale, just to name a few. This would be very useful and for us just starting out going there, like with astronauts, for example, as they could make their own food so they could stay there for extended periods of time. Some of the negatives to us not being able to go to Mars would be, for one, that Mars has no atmosphere. Mars has very weak gravity because its radius is one of the smallest in the solar system planetary-wise. This makes it easier for particles to escape due to there being less gravity to hold the particles to the surface. Mars has a gravity of 3.7 meters per second squared, while Earth has a gravity of 9.8 meters per second squared, which is why on Mars, most lighter molecules are able to escape the atmosphere, where on Earth, they are able to stay and we are able to keep a good atmosphere. Another negative to us being able to go to Mars would be that there is no longer geological activity occurring. When Mars originally started out as a planet, there was lots of geological activity, but this was lost a long time ago. This is because Mars is one of the smaller planets in our solar system. This means that it has a faster cooling rate than most planets. So while at one point it was geologically active, Mars has now cooled, so this geological activity has gone away. Another negative to us being able to go to Mars would be temperature. Mars is significantly cooler than Earth, coming at an average temperature of negative 81 degrees Fahrenheit, while Earth has an average temperature of 57 degrees Fahrenheit. This would make it significantly more difficult to live there with this alone, as humans would not be able to adapt to it. Now I would like to go into how we could potentially create an atmosphere. The first example I would like to use is orbital mirrors. One of the proposed plans to create an atmosphere on Mars is the use of orbital mirrors. These would be massive mirrors that would orbit Mars and amplify sunlight in order to heat the planet. If done correctly, this could bring the temperature up to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, making it possible for humans to live. This would also be very beneficial for creating an atmosphere too, because having an increased temperature would allow that to occur. Another example that's more funny is the idea that Elon Musk has proposed of nuking Mars. While this is a pretty big meme, there is some science behind it. The idea is that you will have nuclear fusions occur above the atmosphere, which will ideally be used to replace the sun, since Mars is too away from the sun to get the solar energy it needs to be habitable. So basically, it would be like a bunch of small suns just above Mars's atmosphere, which would allow it to become more habitable. In conclusion, Mars can only be habitable with these conditions. Firstly, we need to find water. Secondly, we need to increase the temperature to make it more habitable. And lastly, we need to create an atmosphere on Mars. If these can be accomplished, we as a human race could become a multi-planetary civilization straight out of science fiction.